What's good? Come on in. Hey, Drax.
Oh,
Motherfucker. What's good, everybody? Big Body here. Today I got a little video talking about macros, showing you how I eat. It's regular groceries and it's regular things that you would not consider diet. I'm gonna be cooking some dishes today. I'm gonna be cooking a chicken dish, a steak dish. I'm gonna be doing a breakfast dish. And then I'm gonna show you with those proteins. I also have my protein powder. I'm gonna be showing you guys a couple ways you can just mix and match your carbs with it. Show you how fats go along. Just simply, it's easy, I don't even really, work to get my fats in from what I eat. Naturally, I get my fats in that way. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get to it. So guys, here's a couple things. This is not your standard, I am utilizing flexible dieting. So I'm basically, eat what you want, count your macros, portion your food up. Now obviously, I could give you guys a story where I know someone that lost 30 pounds off of straight protein shakes, California California Pizza Kitchen frozen pizzas, chimichangas. Literally lost 30 pounds off of that. Got his carbs, fats, protein in. I literally watched him do it the whole year. It was so funny, or the couple of months that he was doing it. And it was my brother, and he lost 30 pounds. Track his macros, fruit portion, and knowing when to cut it off for the day. Usually I have a lot more vegetables incorporated here, but honestly, working with Coach Brian Miner for my nutrition, started that up a month ago, and it's been working pretty well. I just wanted to take my nutrition to the next level. He pretty much has been teaching me the very, very small nuances and details of just how to track. It's like normal stuff, right? But it's just things that people don't think about. It's the details that people don't think about, and if you don't implement those details, you could get into trouble, and it could explain very reasonably why you're not losing weight. So for instance, what I'll do is there are barcodes here on these chicken packs, and instead of scanning them or weighing them on the ounce machine, on my scale machine, when they're cooked, I was informed by him to, make sure that we're weighing this out while it's raw weight. That way you're getting the full calories, caloric intake of it. And those small little details have made a difference. That literally has taken up more space in my calorie bank deposit, if you think about it that way, to where I'm able to lose weight because I'm probably undershooting when I am weighing this cooked. A lot of the young guns in powerlifting, they love this little Fairlife chocolate milk. Reason being is because 13 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat. You can get the same amount of carbs and protein for the same serving. Then I got the organic eggs, very simple there for some more protein source. It also has its fat with yolks. PR breaker right here. Got my chicken right here. And then I got my steak right there, and I like to just rotate the protein sources. Moving on to carbs, I got tortillas right here. It doesn't matter, I just get whatever type of tortillas. I tend to look for a high carb, low fat. If it's got higher protein, that's clutch. Then I got potato wedges in here from my local grocery store. I got Ben's rice right here. This stuff is clutch because I can just microwave it in the pouch. Got these Honeycrisp apples, just a little something to get some citrus in there, a little bit of fruit. For my greens, I usually get a lot of mixed greens in my salads. I love salads, especially, I'm Sicilian, so I really love, my Sicilian style olive oil, balsamic vinegar, Dijon mustard type whisk. I got pinto and black beans right here for some more carb source, and then these right here are super, super clutch. If you don't know about these, Kodiak cakes. They got about 15 grams of protein per serving. very, very clutch. And then I think we're looking at around, actually I'm looking at it right now, 29 carbs. It's roughly around 29 to 33 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat from just the powder. So, you know, that's not including the egg that I put in there or when I put the skim milk to mix and make. One of the big things that I did learn, and it's a small detail that I learned and I'm learning, when I am tracking, it's very important, especially around training, that I have about 20% of my carbs before and after training. That's been a game changer because during training, I'm able to still feel energized and have solid sessions. And during this cut, it's basically, I'm working to just, you know, hopefully I can make gains, but most likely, you know, I'm just working to maintain the strength that I have, the musculature that I have, and, you know, knock down this fat, count on my body, and make sure that I drop also on the scale, and making sure the numbers are coming down, because the whole point of me making this cut is to make my weight class. And then another major thing that I urge to all my athletes, this is why you can always get better, this is why it's always good to work with other coaches to up your knowledge. And the small detail that I was not paying attention to was protein distribution. Timing out my protein throughout the day, making sure that I'm having moderate feedings or proper amount of feedings, you know, in relation to the size that I am. You know, being a 270 pounder now, used to be 290 pounds, 291 to be exact. But being a big guy, making sure that I time out, you know, my protein intake, 30 to 50 grams of protein per feeding, and I like to space that out every 2 to 3 hours. So in a 12-hour span, you know, you're getting almost around 6 to 4 feedings, and that way you just make it more realistic for your body to intake and really absorb that protein. It just made a world of a difference. You know, my training's better. I feel better recovered. I feel like my body's taking the protein in better. So yeah, enough talking. Without further ado, we're gonna get into these meals, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, so first thing we got going here is I'm gonna get this chicken since I'm gonna be baking it. I like to go ahead and preset the oven, bake mode. I like to, so I can keep my chicken nice and juicy and moist. Usually it'll get nice and rubbery if you have it at 350. So what I've learned is I just put it down to like 320. I set preheat real quick. Rule number 1, always make sure you wash your hands. Like you always hear everyone say it, pro tip. Scissors, man, this shit is clutch. Pro tip, whatever you want to say, use scissors when working with chicken. Okay, boom. You know, these little things is the details, put it off the fat. This is the only thing that I don't weigh raw because it's just a little difficult. So when I am weighing it out, I do weigh it out on my scale cooked. That's the only thing I do. But like with steak, I eat steak individually, so I don't cook it in a batch like this. And just for time's sake, with something like this, I might overshoot just a tiny bit, just to count in that water weight and other stuff for the chicken. I'm not gonna be doing that washing my freaking chickens in soap in the sink. I'm not one of those people. I don't want. That's wild. I'm not putting soap on my chicken. I'm gonna let the heat kill the bacteria. All right, seasonings. Very, very simple. Montreal chicken seasoning. There's some Nashville hot chicken seasoning. Louisiana. This is for special occasions when I'm making like a jambalaya pasta or something that includes chicken and shrimp or whatever. Work with a little turmeric. I like that for anti-inflammatory. Very simple here. I just go ahead and I just try to season it. I like the little zing, the little spice to it. I'll go ahead. I just pop this in when it's preheating. So boom, chicken's done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work on these pancakes. It says 1 serving is about 53 grams. Go ahead, set that to grams, and I'll just pour it in like so. Till it hits 53. Boom, 53 grams. So since it's gonna be for me and Brandon, I'm gonna double this up because we're gonna have 1 pancake each. The milk going, they typically say 2 fluid ounces. So even the details here, I'll go ahead, I'll change this back to fluid ounces, and then I'll tare it. That way it gets back to 0. And then I need 4 fluid ounces. Take an egg, boom. And then I'm just gonna crack the egg, plop it in there. Very simple. I usually also put plain Greek Chobani yogurt in here, and what that does is just puts more protein into it. But just for time's sake, I'm gonna make the simple version. And I'm just gonna start. First, I'm gonna break it in, get everything nicely mixed. Get everything. You want a nice mix. Some people like their clumpy batch. See that start to mix in real good. I leave it lightly clumpy in there, just lightly, very lightly. But this is pretty much a nice little mix. It should look like that. It's very simple. Set this heat up. I like to use we call this a comal. It's like a flat pan. In the Hispanic community, they use this for tortillas, and you can use this. I love this pan. I'm gonna have these forever. You can use this for, I can cook eggs, all types of things. I could grill stuff on it. It's like a nice little flat grill. So I like using that. I like to get it nice and hot. So now what I'm gonna do, try not to be too crazy with the butter. I get a little butter here, and I'll just prep the pan. You can start to see it's heating up. Butter that up. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There you go, mate. That's good. So I'll put both of these on medium, flame here, under the grill. Wait about 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's getting hot. And so what I like to do simply is I'll make a small little circle. Boom, that's gonna expand. And I'll bring that over to here. Make another small little circle. Don't wanna make it too big. That's fire. That's delicious. Yes, I know, it's nasty, right? It's raw egg, but that shit tastes good. Raw egg in that mix. So, let me show you guys something. For me, my preference, when I'm making, you can see the little clump in here. It's gonna make it nice and fluffy. I like, when I'm making the pancakes, you don't wanna make them too big, because then when you flip it, that's the thing that is the biggest issue for most people. You see people all the time on Instagram when they're doing pancakes, is that when they do it too big, it's just hard to flip. So simply, you made your little circle, okay? And you're gonna start to see here in a couple seconds, bubbles popping up. It's at medium. If you put the flame too high, it's gonna cook these motherfuckers very fast. And you don't want that, because then you're gonna burn it. So, when you start to see the bubbles pop up, that's when you know it's time to flip. I like to make sure I ease up, prep the flapjack for the flipping. Boom, and then I just, boom, just like that. It's a skill, yes, I know. You gotta be some of the best to do it. This is a chocolate chip pancake, and it's about golden. That's nice. We ain't burn it. The heat's not too crazy. That's how you want it. That's how you want it, okay?
You don't want it actually looking like a chocolate chip.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want it burnt up. Get ready to flip this next flapper. I'm just waiting I need to see some more bubbles. I ain't ready. The bubbles tell me a lot. I need to see a good amount of bubbles. Pat that, pat that, pat that, pat that. And these are macronutrient friendly. That's the biggest thing, right? It's like making food that tastes good. Make sure you're having things that are voluminous. Volume, including things that don't take up a lot of calories, but you can still eat, fill up your stomach. I like to trick my mind so that I still feel like I'm full, not putting too much bad calories in my body or too much calories in my body. So you gotta play the game. Another flip here. Boom, nice and easy. This one is still okay. It's a little bit more darker than this one, but that's okay. It's still gonna be fire. So now this one might be, okay, boom, that's ready. Look at that steaming, Willy beaming. Willie beaming. I get the ladies. They screaming. Then you defeat me. You dreaming.
Oh my God.
Boom. That's a good flap right there. These are good flaps. One more thing. Take just a tiny bit more butter. Another pro tip. Make sure that you're cleaning as you're going. That way that when you're done cooking, you've already cleaned. A lot of women right now are applauding, especially in the family. They're like, oh yeah, I done taught you well. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. I'm very thankful for having played football for so many years, because even when it comes down to making pancakes, I'm not gonna lie, when I flip and stuff, when I flip the flapjacks, I mess them up. Like I've made some bad pancakes before. But it just so happens that when the camera, when the pressure is on, we meet expectations. Not only that, but we kill expectations with ever so perfected, made pancakes. You know what I'm saying? You should probably be in clutch. You know? You should probably be in clutch. And I'm only getting better. Alright, so maybe this one's ready to flip now. This looks good. Y'all ready for this? Wow. This is too dark. Damn! I was talking. That's another thing to learn. Don't talk before the job is done. One. Wow. That's good right there. That's fluffy right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a solid flapjack. Make sure that you are monitoring your heat levels, because you can burn stuff very easily. When I used to cook and I started out cooking, I used to have my heat on way too high. Way too high. So that's a big thing here. I lowered the heat. Now you guys see I lowered the heat. I took it off the medium. The pan's already gonna be super hot. And I put it between medium and low. Shout out to my mom's. She gave me this beautiful bag of pink Himalayan salt. Notice how I put it on super low. I don't need to kill the eggs. I don't need to kill the eggs. These little techniques, guys, when you're trying to diet, man, these little techniques is literally gonna make a meal taste good. This right here, guys, that I'm about to make is called a spicy butter steak. Spicy butter steak. Shit is fire. So I'm like, you making steak spicy? Big Body showed you this. And don't let nobody else tell you. I literally did this from trying this. These are my ingredients. I tried it. I'm gonna patent it down. If you try to jock me, boom. I'm on medium, right? Okay, boom. Get the olive oil. Nice and light. Just prep the pan. Prep it. Get my Weber savory steak sauce. Steak seasoning. Not sauce, but seasoning. They probably got sauce. Seasoning. It's getting a little too hot. When the oil's smoking like that, turn the heat down a little bit. Press the seasonings into there. Press, press, press. Take that slab. Watch this, guys. Y'all hear that? Boom. Then I'm gonna take, season both sides. Don't be lame. Right, I'm gonna turn off the oven. That chicken looks good. You can zoom in there if you want to. Check that juicy chicken breast out. Ooh-wee. Simple stuff, man. Simple stuff. You want to be great. You want to give yourself the best shot to become a champion. Don't ever stop. Be relentless. Up your game in all levels. Even in your nutrition game. Do the stuff that no one else wants to do. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I do like cooking, but I'm tired, man. You know, I got a lot to do every single day, and but it's got to get done. You know, it's got to get done. Part of being an adult is doing what you don't want to do when you got to get it done. Very simple. I use butter, use the seasoning. I use rosemary. I use jalapenos. And I use habaneros. You bet your ass. Alright guys, so check this out. This is where the basting process happens. I do this for about, I mean honestly, the longer you do this, the better it'll taste. Everything I'm cooking right now, I've already calculated it. So I'm cooking only what I calculated. So now, go back here real quick. It was 883 before, so now it's 789. So looking at about 100 grams of butter. So now I'm gonna turn that off now. Watch how I do this, guys. Turn that off. And the key thing, guys, you gotta let your steak rest. Let it rest. That's how the juice, because if you just cut it right away, you're gonna unleash all the juices. So now this is off, flavors are here. This will garnish this when I cut it up. Half bag, I had half of this yesterday, the other half. You can microwave this in the package. Boom. Potato wedges, this is gonna be my dinner. So this for sure would be like post-workout meal. Brandon.
Yes.
Try that. I'm not gonna be biased here. We're gonna have Brandon try it. Brandon, you gotta tell the people. I know this guy, he's gonna say it's good no matter what. Brandon, go ahead, try this. I want you to tell me 100% what you think it is. I want you to tell me if it's trash, it's trash. If it's fire, it's fire. Tell me what the flavors you're tasting, all that.
All right. This is really bomb. It's soft, tender, juicy, and flavors on point. The spice, I don't think I've had a spicy steak, but I love spice, so spicy steak is bomb.
Y'all heard it here? Y'all heard it here first? Mr. Watson Clips.
Big body steaks, get yours.
Like I have to deadlift and high bar today. I have to do deadlifts and high bar squats and bodybuilding movements. So I'm gonna be fueled for sure with this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be strong today. So I've learned that when I've been told by the goats that when you overshoot your food, don't overshoot your RPE, but overshoot your food. When you overshoot your food, that's how you keep it safe. Undershoot your RPEs, be conservative, overshoot your track when you're tracking the cut. Now, show you guys how I do this. Very simple. I love black beans and pinto beans. I tracked one tortilla, okay? I'll make like a little burritos. And then the black beans, I need 122 grams. So I got my tortilla, got my black beans, okay? I'm supposed to have 10 ounces of chicken today that I put on my plan for my food today. Watch how I do this, guys. Simply tear that out. Alright. And I'm just gonna start scissoring away. Well, first I'll weigh it. Okay, that's 7 ounces. That means I can only hit 7.5 ounces. So after this, so don't need to worry about that.
This is gonna be 10 ounces, right?
I can take some more chicken and I could throw it in my breakfast. I could have it separately for another smaller meal. Mine is 2 o'clock. I haven't ate shit yet, but that means I'm getting ready. I'm gonna eat at 2. I'm gonna eat at 4. I'm gonna eat at 6. I could eat like at 8 or 9, and then probably take a protein shake like at 11. I usually go to sleep around 1 or 2, so I like to get all that in. So I'll frequent protein feedings, I might have to take like 2 of these slabs of steak and put it with this breakfast because I want to break up the amount of protein I'm having in one sitting. I'm not going to absorb 89 grams of protein. I will absorb 50 grams of protein. So if I take like 2-3 slabs of this and distribute it amongst the rest of the breakfast or the other meals, just making sure I have that around that 40-50 gram amount of protein. So anyways, just to speed this up, take this chicken breast, boom. This is gonna go in that burrito. It's just a bean and chicken burrito. I have some cheese I could slide in there too, just for the flavor. That'll count as my fats and protein, the cheese. I just want to show you guys something real quick. I baked that low heat. That's juicy and succulent. That's a succulent piece right there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you're bulking, you could put rice in here. These right here?
Oh yeah.
These right here. Let me tell you something. These right here? This is how I lose a lot of weight. They say don't drink your calories. You're looking at 5 calories for this whole bottle. It's like I'm Italiano, Siciliano, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a fruit, Italian fruit soda. It's sparkling water, sparkling ice, right? Black raspberry, naturally flavored, sparkling water with antioxidant and vitamins, 0 sugar. I mean, let me tell you something. You can't get no better than that. And it just tastes like, oh man, let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you. All right, guys, so here it is. We got breakfast, 53 grams of the Kodiak cake pancake mix with 2 fluid ounces of milk. You got 2 eggs. You got about 2 ounces, 2-3 ounces of, 2.5 ounces of chicken. Then you're looking at another 5.5 ounces of chicken here, about 30 grams of shredded cheese, 122 grams of black beans, 1 flour tortilla. I got some habaneros and some serrano peppers in there. Don't drink your calories. Go ahead and hit it with that little tapatio. I love spice. Then we come over here, post-workout meal, dinner. Or I could just switch these. This could be pre-workout. This could be post-workout. What have you. And we got the steak. I believe this is a chopped steak. Forgot what type of steak it is. I believe it's a chopped steak. It's one of the leaner sources. It's leaner. I have fat on the ends. Definitely will cut that off when we're eating. I got half a bag of Ben's rice, whole grain rice. Then I got 6 fluid ounces. 6 ounces of potato wedges, and I got the sparkling ice water again. This right here will probably be pre-workout for sure. Apple and some of this Fairlife chocolate milk. Looking at 13 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, and this is actually 10 fluid ounces. 10 fluid ounces is a little bit more than that, but roughly around maybe I'm gonna say 16, 17 grams of protein and carbs, and you're looking at somewhere around 10 grams of fat. We got a Honeycrisp apple here, and then my last meal of the day is just some water and some PR Breaker. So this is the deal. This is what we got going on here. You're looking anywhere between 2,800 calories, roughly around 240, 260 grams of protein. My flex range of carbs is between, I want to say, somewhere of 230 to 300 carbs. And my fat range is between 70 to 80 grams of fat per day. This is a sufficient amount of protein, sufficient amount of carbs and fats. My body runs and burns through this fairly quickly, especially lifting heavy weights, getting my 10 to 15,000 steps in per day with all the work I got to do and everything else. Guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. I believe that this looks dope. This looks delicious. I know for a fact it tastes delicious. You can make your food taste good. There's no reason why you can't, hit your goals. And as I start putting out more content this year, you'll see my weight continue to trim down. You'll see me continue to get lighter and leaner. By the way, my t-shirts are live. Big Body Fitness and Sports. Go ahead and check out the back. You guys sold out all the XLs and the double XLs. So I had to put on this large, which
The big bodies really came to shop.
as you, yeah, the big bodies really came through. Appreciate you guys. We got more stuff coming in. I got more designs coming out. I'm gonna be making smaller batches and I wanna be pushing. If you guys are able to support this brand, I'm able to do cooler things. I'm gonna continue to keep this foot on the gas. Love you guys, thanks so much. If you like this video, once again, please like, share, and subscribe, and we're out.
I just